All right, well, welcome to Matburn.
Thanks for having me.
We're here with Elijah and Shane tonight, and Elijah is the head coach of. You go by Eli, right?
Yeah, Eli is fine. Yes, sir.
Eli's good. Okay, so Eli's a new head coach of the Birmingham Wrestling Complex, and we're glad to have him on because he's got a huge event coming up on Saturday, which we're super excited about. So I want to give you the opportunity to get the word out. I know you've been doing a good job of promoting it, but it never hurts to get a little bit more in. So what you got on Saturday?
Yeah, so yeah, I'll say we got Gable Steveson, Indiana native. He's coming in. I would say I've known him ever since I was a young kid. I would say we wrestled at the same kids club, the Harvey Twisters. I knew his older brother very well. Me and him, we still pretty good friends to this day. And yeah, I'll say he's gonna be coming down, man. I'll say Mr. Olympian, hopefully future gold medalist, future WWE superstar. So yeah, I'll say it's gonna be a fun event, real fun, and we're expecting to have a pretty good crowd. So
Gable's a bad man.
Yeah.
He's like the Mike Tyson wrestling right now.
And Eli, hopefully you knew him when he wasn't such a big man and were able to actually roll around on the mat with him. But he's a big man even for me, and I'm a big man. So
Oh yeah. I'll say every bit of 260, 265. Yeah, I'm like, he and just pure solid muscle.
Athleticism, man. He can move. He's definitely not slow. He knows when to pull the trigger. Scary, man. He moves from different angles. He's a low, good finisher. But yeah, he is a fun guy to watch. Not just as
I've never seen
backflip
anyone that big move like that before. It's very exciting.
Me neither.
The Patriots drafted Stephen Neal a long time ago as a big wrestler, national champion. But I think now they need to go after Gable Steveson because even Stephen Neal didn't move like this guy.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. I was like, I think he might be definitely a much different breed than I think we've ever seen. I mean, even some of the better heavyweights in the world, in the past, I'm like, they don't even compare to him. I feel like he's going to definitely run through the Olympics. If not tech or pin everybody, if not, not even give up a point after seeing what he did to Nick Gwizdowski.
The Gwiz, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, and he was an Olympian in 2016, right?
It's pretty scary, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, that's insane.
So you grew up in Indiana?
No. I grew up in Illinois. I was born and raised in Illinois, but he's from a little town called Maryville, Indiana, which is like right across the border from Illinois and Indiana.
I thought you were from Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I'm not from Tennessee. A lot of people mistake that, but no, I'm an Illinois boy. I would say from 9th grade through 11th grade, I went to Christian Brothers High School in Memphis. Due to my dad's job, and I transferred back up to Illinois to finish off my high school career. So I'm an Illinois.
You are a Fargo champion from Tennessee, right?
I am. I did. I won that my sophomore year, going to my junior year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Were you the first to win Fargo there?
Yeah, the first, and I think still the only one as a right. I think so, but I
think there's one other kid who came like a year after you. He's a heavyweight. He just wrestled in the NCAAs this year. Or in the Greco, was it the Greco tournament?
Oh, you talking about Greco?
Yeah, he did. He did pretty well just recently in one of these the qualifier, the Olympic qualifier. I can't remember what his name is, but
Nick Boykin.
Yes, Boykin. Yep. That's him.
Yeah, he was a big freestyler though. He won in cadets. I was the only one to win at junior in freestyle.
Yeah, so there's 2 Tennessee champions that I know of.
Yep. Oh yeah, Nick is the man too. He is the man.
Yes, he's a big person too. Yeah.
So Eli, you got 2 sessions coming with Gable, right? 9 to 11, and then a 1 to 3 session. So I want to continue, make sure that we get that plug so anybody that's watching knows you're running multiple sessions. Obviously, you guys will take folks at the door, but prefer to have everybody get signed up, of course, right?
Yes. I'll say, we'll take guys at the door. But yeah, preferably pre-registration and just pay at the door.
I mean, just feeding him alone, I got to imagine might break the bank. So hopefully he gets some good Alabama food in him while he's down with you guys.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully, yeah. Oh yeah.
So what time are you starting on Saturday?
At 9. The first session is at 9.
9 o'clock. Okay. If you want us to, Matburn will come and cover the beginning. If you want us to, get an interview with Gable before you get started, we'd be glad to show up. As you know, later in the day, the crawfish boil is happening at Thompson, where you went to high school.
No, I didn't go to high school.
Nope, that would be Manny.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about Manny too.
He's got a link to it, but
the Oliver dynasty has taken over Alabama. Manny's a state champ at least once. I know of. Is it more than once?
No, just once. Yep, just once.
Should have been twice. He was out with a labrum surgery. I think his junior year, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I'll say actually should have been 3 times, because his sophomore year he actually was wrestling with a torn labrum in his right and then tore his labrum in his left. His junior year, which didn't allow him to wrestle at state. So he should have been a 3-timer.
Yep.
Okay, so whenever you're done your 2 sessions with Gable, bring him over to eat some crawfish.
I'll say we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I got to talk to him more in depth about it. But I know that we got to go up to do another camp in Memphis right after that the next day. So we'll see about that.
Now he's got to eat, and also at 5 o'clock we're presenting the Inspiration Scholarship to the winner, who I won't reveal until Saturday, but we do have a winner for the scholarship. So we got a lot going on Saturday, but the highlight of the day is going to be Gable Steveson. Super excited about that. I also want to mention that your sister, who many people don't know, is a super talented wrestler. For someone who hardly ever wrestled, she jumped on the mat a couple of years ago just to help me out with the girls tournament, and she dominated for someone who hardly ever did it. But she's in the Air Force now, is that right?
Yes, I'll say my sister Alexis, man, she's in the Air Force Academy right now, and she's doing good things. I would say she's doing really good things. I know that she is pursuing currently a career in I believe track and field. I got to check in on her with that, but I know that she's kind of done with sports for the most part right now. And growing up, it might have been her first year competing on the mat, but for the most part, she's a veteran at the sport, because she was Manny's workout partner for years.
Brothers, absolutely. Scott, you totally stole my thunder on this. I wanted to ask Eli how, because I actually remember his sister and Manny being on the mat at WWC early on when they were at Thompson, and I was pretty impressed, man. She has the Oliver gene, man. She can move. She's aggressive. She's gritty. Good hand fighter.
She was clearly paying attention during practice.
Absolutely. One of those girls that you look at today and you're like, man, if we just had the girls wrestling in place, she would have been a star for sure. She did great against the guys, but she would have been a star.
In the one girls tournament that she participated in, my Alabama girls Alabama Wrestling Chicks tournament, she was offered a scholarship to wrestle in college, but she said, no, I'm going to the Air Force. And I said, well, that's so much more impressive.
She graduates next year too in May. So save that date.
That's awesome.
You got to go to that.
100%. Absolutely.
That's great. So tell us about your role at is the club called Birmingham Wrestling Clubs, or is it still Vestavia Wrestling?
So it's still like home of Vestavia Wrestling, but the club in itself, like when we have kids competing, they compete under BWC, Birmingham Wrestling Complex. So that's still something that is kind of up in the air. That wasn't really something that I'm like, I don't know a whole lot about it. Once when Nicholson, when he was on his way out, he was giving me more information about that, or James Nicholson, I should say, for people that don't know who Nicholson is. But yeah, James Nicholson, he was giving me more information on that on the way out, because I was wondering too. I'm like, so are we, VWC, or are we BWC? And he was like, yeah, we're BWC. I was like, okay, all right.
So I knew the complex was the building, which is beautiful. I've been there once, but I do want to come in soon and have you give us the official tour.
Okay.
Show us a practice and everything. So for all the people who haven't been there, it's the state of the art. It's probably the nicest facility in Alabama right now.
Oh yeah.
So
and, Scott, they do things other than just wrestling, right? You guys have had some jujitsu, some kickboxing. I mean, you guys have really thrown just about most combat sports out there.
The one time I was there, Marcel Stamps was there.
Yep.
And he used to play for Alabama, and now he's in the bare knuckle competitions, which he just fought last week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would say, they do have a really good it's called Cage MMA. I was saying the instructor his name is Coach Peter. I was saying, man, Marcel, he fought last week, and Frank, and even Anthony Reddick. And I know that Marcel, he took one on the chin, but I know Anthony Reddick and Frank, dude, they be some studs. So I think it's going to be an up and coming bare knuckle, thing coming here like soon. Like I would say, the way those guys perform, it was just unbelievable.
I was actually surprised that he did it a second time, because I think after the first time, he talked about how much his hands hurt after his first fight.
Dang, I don't blame them, man. Those are man. They literally don't have anything on their knuckles. I'm like, bro, that's intense.
They probably break their hand every time they fight, I would think.
I agree with you on that one, Scott. I do. I agree with you. Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. I couldn't do it.
So no MMA in your future?
Not right now. If I were to compete again, it'd have to be probably something in wrestling or jiu-jitsu, somewhere along those lines. Something similar to grappling, but no fighting. I'm good.
So where'd you go to college?
I just graduated from Indiana University 2 years ago. Go Hoosiers.
Two-time All-American, correct?
I was not. I wish I could add that to the resume, but I was a 4-time NCAA qualifier and 4-time Big Ten placer. Gotcha. That's all. Perfect. Yeah, that's all I can add.
Perfect. That's awesome. Hey, buddy, that's half the battle, man. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So business degree, right, Elijah?
Yes, I was a business and psychology. So it's like a mix.
That's good. Yeah, we definitely the psychology aspect in wrestling, I know has got to be huge. In the mind of a competitor. I know, a lot of the dad coaches, we all joke and talk about it. If we had the magical potion for these guys to drink, man, because it is mental is a huge part of this sport. Just getting yourself primed and pumped to go walk out there to compete, and not just once, but 5-6 times sometimes in a tournament. So having that coach that can get on your level and can get you calm down or get you pumped up, depending on where you're at. I mean, you just everybody needs that in a coach. So that's awesome, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So tell us what's going on with this program you got going there. Last week you had Arturo Holmes in the house, and this week you got Gable Steveson. I mean, you're doing some big things there. So what kind of plans do you have for this club?
Oh yeah, I would say I'm really looking to just expand and really grow it, but not just so much just for BWC, but just within Alabama in general. Like I want to make Alabama like a really big wrestling state. I would say I don't know if I talked with you guys about this or even talk with you, Shane, but my biggest goal is to really have Alabama, be as competitive as up north or states up north, like Illinois, Ohio, Iowa, PA, New Jersey. I want this state to be like that, to where, we don't have to travel 12 and 15 hours to go see good competition. We can just see it right here in our state, because those drives are brutal.
Amen, brother. It is part of the sport, right? It's part of the sport to go, travel and compete. But man, I'm with you, Eli. I love hearing that, because we do have some great competition in the state.
Yeah.
We're getting so much better.
Yeah, but we do get the, oh, it's just Alabama, hey, we got guys that are on the map, and we got guys that are coming up that are ready.
Let's see what Corey Land's opponents think of just Alabama.
That's right.
Sam Lacona's opponents think of just Alabama.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was like, yeah, Corey Land is definitely an exception, and we need to start trying to make more Corey Lands and more Sam Latonas too. So it could be just, man. I think we could definitely fuse together. Especially with clubs, because we got a lot of really good clubs around here as well. Even Warrior and Ironclad, and even Vicious, and a few other ones. That are just good powerhouse clubs. And I'm like, I wouldn't. I definitely look forward to working with them more in the future. And any club that I left out, because I know it's a lot of them, especially from going to tournaments. I'm like, good Lord, I never heard of that club.
Yeah,
I'm
like, a lot of clubs popping up down south, which is really good. Dothan, Patriots are opened up down there. You got Champion, down on the coast. You got teams that are popping up in Mobile, and lucky for them, they're able to bounce between some Florida, tournaments and come up all the way. River Rats. I mean, just a lot of good coaches, a lot of coaches that are, they have that similar mindset, Eli, and they want to grow the sport, and they want us to be more competitive. And I mean, I didn't have a wrestler in the battle last weekend in Hoover for Skull and Crossbones, but I went up there just to go watch and enjoyed, watching other people's guys wrestle, and got to see you all out there with a bunch of your guys. Obviously your brother Manny and Brandon Fortenberry was out there, and the Ironclad folks and Warrior folks, just a lot of clubs representing from around the state, and they're driving a couple of hours to compete in the season in freestyle Greco. So it's really good, man. It's great.
So are you going to be involved in the cadet duels, junior duels in Fargo this summer?
Yes, I'll say that's the plan. I was given that opportunity. I'll say I actually need to call JP about that and just kind of get more information about it. But yeah, I would say as of right now, I will be coaching the cadet freestyle team. So that'd be pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to it, because I'm like, man, I definitely think that with even some of my knowledge and expertise just within freestyle, I'm not saying that I'm the best freestyle coach or wrestler, but like I know enough to where I can definitely help a lot of these kids, do really well nationally, and just pretty much change their lives. Because freestyle Greco, that was really one of the things that changed my life. Winning the Fargo national title, boom, life changed for the rest of forever. Now you gonna pretty much get a litter where you want to go to school at, for college. And I know that was a big thing, in my family. Just, hey, we can't really afford to go for you to go to college, unless you got a scholarship. And that was my ticket for sure. So I'm like, yeah, this is a big deal.
Yeah, but on top of that, it's super fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh man, dude, like going outside and it's not freezing cold and it's warm. Oh my goodness. After a tournament and before a tournament, it's the best. And then yet alone you come out and you got a little stop sign. Oh man, and got shorts on and sandals on, and
but the duels themselves, the kids have tons of fun in the duels, because they get 10, 12 matches guaranteed, and they're part of a team. The duel atmosphere is a lot of fun. You get the preview of who you're going to see at Fargo.
Yep. Oh yeah. Even if you're not on the team that gets to wrestle those powerhouse teams, like in the gold bracket, like Team Illinois, Team PA, Team Michigan, Team Iowa, you at least get to see those guys wrestle against each other, and you get a pretty good understanding of, okay, these are the guys I need to focus on.
That's right.
In the next couple of weeks, give you a good understanding, even if you don't get a chance to wrestle. It's like, okay, so that's the guy. Yeah, it's pretty good, but I think I could take him.
Right, and you might say, well, maybe Fargo isn't for me.
you might say that. You might say that.
That's a long way to go and a lot of money to go into. So you want to make sure you're ready.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you got your brother Manny helping out, right? Manny, like we talked about, Manny's got some good local accolades. I know I had the opportunity to interview him. I think it was Battle Alabama, and he's got some things on the horizon for himself also. So he's not just out there, you know, wrestling around with high school kids. He's got some goals set up for himself, which is really cool. You're obviously able to help make him achieve those goals and help push him and guide him, you know, not just as a brother, but now as a coach. Will we possibly see him wrestling an open anytime soon, or does he have some goals set for himself along those lines?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say he wants to. So his next goal for him, he wants to make a junior world team. I would say we missed the open, unfortunately, due to like COVID. We kind of got confused because it was an open or world team trials last year in like November, and it was like, oh my goodness, wait, what? And it was like, okay, never mind. We just wait until next November. And then it's like, oh, dang, now it's in May. Man, okay. We'll just wait. Okay, let's set our let's a date of when it's actually gonna be this time, and let's try to get it because he'll still be a junior. And yeah, I was like, yeah, he's still training. He's training hard. I was like, he's training real hard, and he's getting a lot better, and he's getting big too. You know, and it's to the point where I'm like, man, this dude feel like a little grown man. You know, but yeah, I think he'll be ready to go. I'm confident. I'm confident in him. He got a lot of confidence in him.
Good, man. Yeah, me too. I enjoyed watching him as a high school wrestler. Just overall, I mean, y'all, the family, man, y'all are good people. You know, we're blessed to have gotten to meet y'all and be down here. My daughter went to school with Manny. She loves him to death. You know, just good people. You know, so we're happy to see you guys giving back to the program and helping to build. And it sounds like your mindset is spot on, man. That's awesome. So really good to have a family affair. And I noticed Brandon from Spain Park. Scott, you know him pretty well. I know he's been tagging along and helping out at a few of the events. So I guess he's a big man to help out some of your bigger weight guys to help coach and stuff. So that's very cool. Again, you know, finding and developing talent locally, not just now as a wrestler, but now as a coach. So
Brandon's a senior this year, I believe. Where is he going to school next year?
I would say that's undecided. I remember asking him about that when he was actually here, when he first came here, and he was like, I'm not sure yet. So that's still up in the air. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I know he wants to coach, and he loves wrestling, loves the sport. The kids love him. So I'm like, yeah, he's definitely, like Shane said, a really big asset to the team, just as far as being an upper weight coach, you know, for guys that per se, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to be wrestling with no 220, 285 pounds unless I just have to, but I really don't want to, but I will. But I'm like,
you remind him how my daughter Gabriella used to kick his butt in practice.
I was like, hey man, keep your voice down. I think he might be somewhere in the area. You don't want to say that too loud.
I'm not worried. Gabby can take him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's like your sister. You know, the skills don't go away. They're always in there.
They always there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you also you took a nice small group, but you took a nice group of guys up to Virginia to wrestle in HSCA and the nationals up there. I know we have a shared resource in Oliver Howard. He probably spends, I would say, as much time there as he does our place, which is great. We love to see that because, you know, guys get different looks and they get, you know, different knowledge and input from different coaches. So, and Oliver was one of those guys that wrestled, did very well as a freshman, as a finalist at Virginia Beach. And I know, you know, I saw you guys in his corner quite a bit, coaching him. I think Clay Johnston did really well. A few other guys that were doing good. I think you guys had Mac Chandler, of course, tough bracket that he was in, and not 100%, but I'm guessing Oak Mountain.
Tipton.
Camden Tipton was over there with you guys. So I think he had a little bit of success also. I don't know if that was his first Virginia Beach national champion or national, you know, that he wrestled in. But man, it was awesome to see you guys there, you know, again, representing and you know the deal, man. You, in order to get better, you got to go find the better competition and you got to wrestle there. So hats off to you again for getting some guys to go out there and compete.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I
Plus,
appreciate that.
Vestavia High School are the reigning high school state champions.
That's right.
They are. Yes.
So you have a big task ahead of you to make sure that keeps going.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'll try to do my part and and do what I can. I'll say, yeah, for the most part, I'll say, but it's not primarily up to me. I mean, Coach T and Coach Harley, Lamy, I'll say they're doing a heck of a job up there as well. So I mean, like we just try to feed the kids and keep bringing them over there.
Feed them a few national champions, they won't mind that.
That's right. Well, and obviously, I mean, I think the relationship with Coach T is good, right? I think most of your good local teams that are wrestling, I think they understand the benefits of club wrestling, and we talk about that a lot. Getting the AHSAA to break down and understand that restricting athletes from wrestling at the club level and having their high school coaches or even a club coach in the room with them is it's just detrimental to the sport and to the athletes in Alabama. We need to tear down the border for these guys.
The good news is Steve Savarese has stepped down and retired.
Yep. That's right.
So things have a potential of changing. I don't know who's going to take over, but I'm hopeful.
Yeah, for sure. Hopeful. Change doesn't mean it's going to be good, but we definitely I think we have some, Julie Lassier. We have a lot of really good folks that I think might really plead their case and get the AHSAA to kind of, like I said, open up the borders, man. Let us compete. Let us get club time in with club coaches, and let our high school coaches get in the ring with these guys to just help build Alabama wrestling. Period.
Now, one thing we haven't mentioned yet on one of these calls is that the AHSAA approved girls flag football.
Wow.
Not girls.
That's awesome. Wow. Wait, what? I thought that did they not just have the girls state tournament?
They sanctioned it. Yeah, they sanctioned it, but they haven't passed it.
They are not an official varsity sport yet, and the AHSAA sanctioned sport. It was kind of like a trial. I don't know. It's like an exhibition season that they had to see if there was any interest. But this flag football thing came out of the blue because Nike showed up with a bunch of money.
Yeah,
and it's amazing how that happens.
Tell that to the girls. Tell that to the girls down at Daphne that we're all sporting their new, their state championship rings that they got, and it looks like they had a big turnout of new parents that that are now interested in wrestling based off of their success. So I hope.
How do you go up to girls like that and say, "Hey, you want to play flag football instead?"
That's right. I hope people are listening. Contact the AHSAA. Let them know the girls are here and they're ready to compete. So.
And Alexis would have been like a 4-timer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dang, I'll say that's pretty shocking though. I'm like, dang, flag football over. I feel like which one is more entertaining though? I feel like girls wrestling are definitely more entertaining than girls flag football. But
I mean, we can put flags on them. We can put flags on them and let them wrestle. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Let the girls wrestle.
Right.
We'll play like grab the ankle band game.
Right.
Yeah. Dang.
All right. Well, Eli, I'm glad you came and join us on Matburn. Super excited about your camp. We're going to show up whether you want us to or not on Saturday morning with our cameras.
No, y'all good with me.
Our Matburn shirts. Because we want to be part of this thing you're putting on. So
yeah, I'll say, hey, heck yeah, man. I look forward to seeing you guys Saturday morning, bright and early. Just don't forget to bring the coffee and the donuts.
That's right.
I'll say
I'll
good.
do that, but I'll bring you a Matburn shirt, but I don't have a BWC shirt and I need one.
I got you. I'll say what size, Scott?
Oh, I hate to say it, but it's XXL.
Really? Okay. I thought you were gonna say a medium, man. I was like, I thought you were gonna say a medium. Okay.
That's Jeff Williams. Jeff lies about his size. He says he's
Yeah.
a medium, and then he asks for, an extra large afterwards. So.
Yeah, he wants a medium, but it's more like a crop top where his belly button's hanging out. It's pretty embarrassing.
Eli, man, it's been a pleasure, my friend. I love talking to you. Enjoy it. I seek you guys out every time we get a tournament together. So it's fun to watch you, fun to watch your guys out there compete. And I promise you, my guy will be out there with you at some point, rolling around. I'm sure he'll be trying to get takedowns on you, but he don't move as quick as you do. So
I was like, hey, within due time. I say, Nick, he gonna be the man. Nick is gonna be the man. But I appreciate
Someday.
that, Shane. Thank you.
yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.
All right, Coach Oliver. Thank you very much. We'll see you Saturday. Matburn
Okay.
out.
Yes, sir.
All right, Matt Burnout. All right, see you, Scott. See you,
See you,
Shane.
fellas.
All right.
Take care.
See
Frank.
ya.